Hi everyone, my name is Heather McAloon. On September 2nd, 2014, HMH Books for Young Readers published a book called Mr. Ferris and His Will. This book was wrote by Catherine Gibbs Davis, was illustrated by Gilbert Ford. Now, this book is a children's literature genre. It's biography and it is picture books. It's for ages around 4 to 8 and it does have about 40 pages in it. Now, this book is about a gentleman named Mr. Ferris. He had an idea. Now, in the book, it starts out with France talking about the Eiffel Tower. They had built the Eiffel Tower, and as you can see, the illustrations are amazing. They're so detailed, you can see every little thing and the people in it even. So America was trying to find a way to compete with the Eiffel Tower. They had to find some reason, some way to stand out. And all these people had ideas, but none of them were actually that great. So Mr. Ferris came up with the idea of the wheel. And everyone was like, no, we're not doing that. That's dumb. We're not going to do it. So finally they get to a point, okay, it's the only idea, and they're running out of time. So they're like, the investors said, okay, fine, we'll do it, but we're only giving you partial money for it. We're not going to give you the whole money. And so he says, okay, fine, deal. So Mr. Ferris takes it and he goes place by place to figure out where he can get the money from. And he goes literally, as you can see in the pictures of detail, he goes from different banks, different locations, and you can see his trail that he went through. They're trying to figure out money for the investors to come in. And finally somebody said, okay, I'll give you the rest of the money for you to build your wheel. So he went through and started making the plans and started making details of how he could do his Ferris wheel. And so finally he was able to start building it. So as you can see, like I said, the pictures are really detailed. He was able to start building it, and you can see all the work that was going on to it. However, one time he was building it and he ended up getting hit in quicksand. Luckily, he was able to dig low enough where he could get past the quicksand and go underneath it and able to start from there with the cement. Now, once it was finally done, he wanted to name it Monster Wheel. But the investor says, no, I don't really like that name, so we're going to name it something different. So that is where the name, the Ferris wheel, came from. Because Mr. Ferris. So he actually did admit it. His name was George Washington Gale Ferris Jr., but so they just did it Ferris for short. Now, in the book, he went through all of this, and his wife gave him a golden whistle, and once him and his wife got on the first car, the investors got on the other, they went and did the first ever spin around the Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel after that became so popular, it is now at almost every carnival and every fair. And you can ask children, and I can guarantee most kids will know what a Ferris wheel is. They've either rode on it, or they've heard of it, or they've even seen one. Now, this book is great for kids because, for one, all these people were against Mr. Ferris. They did not like him. They did not want to support him. But after Mr. Ferris worked and worked, trying to find a way to get money, they said, okay, we'll give it to him. And he never gave up. That's how he was able to create his will. That's how the Ferris wheel came to be, because he never gave up on his dreams, no matter what. And that's something kids really need to know, that life's not always going to be easy, but it's something you got to work for in order to get what you really want. Now, an activity for children could be, they could create their own Ferris wheel. So as you can see, it started off with just the simple things and the lights on it. And almost every Ferris wheel is different nowadays. They have ones with colors, one with decorations. Have the kids take a piece of paper, invent their own Ferris wheel, draw it, decorate it, see how they want it to be. And at that point, have them present to the class why they did it that way. What's so different? How can it relate to what the one Mr. Ferris did? How is it the same? How is it different? It's something to relate back to the story. Thank you.